Lucky Bamboo, written by Catherine Sully. Little Panda lived with his mummy. They lived in a cosy thicket of tall bamboo. The bamboo was sweet and crunchy, and Little Panda ate as much as he could so that he would grow big and strong. Next door, there was a beautiful garden that belonged to wise old Panda. Little Panda longed to explore the garden. Little Panda wished he could follow the winding path that led in and out of the trees and flowers. He wanted to walk across the little stone bridge over the lily pond. One day, wise old Panda looked up from his work and smiled at Little Panda. "Would you like to help, Little Panda?" he asked. "Yes, please," said Little Panda. At last, Little Panda was allowed into the garden. Little Panda came to the garden every day. He watched the fish darting about in the lily pond. He sprinkled water on the flowers. Wise old Panda showed Little Panda how to pull up the weeds, and he let Little Panda rake the path. In a quiet corner of the garden grew a very curious plant. The tall stems twined around each other to make a pattern. "What's that curly plant called?" asked Little Panda. "It's my lucky bamboo," wise old Panda replied. "It looks very sweet and crunchy," said Little Panda longingly. "It wouldn't be very lucky if you ate it," laughed wise old Panda. The next day, Little Panda came to the garden, but wise old Panda wasn't there. Little Panda gazed at the lucky bamboo. It looked very sweet and crunchy. Little Panda reached up and nibbled the juicy green leaves. "Pah!" Little Panda shivered. It tasted bitter and disgusting. The following day and the day after, the garden was quiet and empty. The lucky bamboo leaves began to droop and turn yellow. When Little Panda went home, his mummy was talking to her friend. "Wise old Panda is ill," said the friend. Little Panda chewed on his bamboo, but somehow he didn't feel like eating anymore. That night, Little Panda couldn't sleep. He was worried about wise old Panda. If only he hadn't eaten the lucky bamboo, then wise old Panda wouldn't be ill. It was all his fault for being greedy. The next morning, Little Panda went to find the lucky bamboo. He sprinkled the leaves, he polished the stems, he tidied the pebbles. Every day he looked after the lucky bamboo and talked to it. Sometimes he sang a little song, or did a little dance, or brought a present. Before long, the lucky bamboo stems grew tall and strong, and the leaves grew green and juicy again. But the rest of the garden was a mess. Little Panda watered the flowers, pulled up the weeds, and raked the path. Then one day, wise old Panda came back. "You're better," cried Little Panda happily. "I am," smiled wise old Panda, "and I'm very glad to be back in my garden." "I ate the lucky bamboo," said Little Panda in a quiet voice. "That's why you were ill." "The lucky bamboo didn't make me ill," smiled wise old Panda. "Anyway, what did it taste like?" "Disgusting," said Little Panda, pulling a face. Wise old Panda laughed. "I thought my garden would be full of weeds," he said, "but I think that bamboo must be lucky after all." Little Panda gazed around happily at the garden that he'd looked after so well. The end.